Come on, you little ball. Come on. Hello, puppies. Hello, gang. I'll take them up here, out your way. See, guys. That's fine. They're all pretty, well, mingled, you know. Please. Keep coming, little ones. Keep coming. Ruby, I know, you're desperate to say hello. You're desperate. Good, you guys. Charlie. Just you, buddy. Good boy. Well done, bud. That was very good. Very well done. Right, let's do a quick intro. Good morning. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome along to Crighton Pet Services live dog walk. I'm Stephen Crighton and you join me in the pack. One down, one at the back here, dragging me back. On Friday morning, no less, where we are at least. Ruby, come on sweetheart, keep coming. Keep coming. We're undercover. We're in the shade of the trees and enjoying a little bit of shelter from the wind and the sun for a couple of minutes. It's great terrain for them to explore and also bump into other dogs, which was fine. That went well. If you were tuned in right from the beginning, you'll have saw 3 or 4 other doggies, and the gang just took it in their stride, didn't you guys? Didn't you? I see you, buddy. I see you. I see you. So good morning. Welcome along. Hope everyone's doing well. How are we doing? Thank you. Good morning. Hi. We are in Edinburgh and it's a beautiful day today. We're coming into a little sort of patch here. Let me just pan up, let the camera adjust. Blue skies, about 14 or 15 degrees. Ideal conditions for the pups. And we're going to just go out into some open space in a moment or two, which will be a bit different for the dogs. Sorry, we've just been snagged again, Ruby. It's like the 15th time this morning. There we go. Here's the team. Here's the 8 of them all together in a rare shot together. So over here we've got Alfie, Charlie and Ruby. We've got Mac, Biscuit, Barney. Down there is Harris, coming back up. Good boy, Harris. Good boy. And who have we missing? Edith is over here. That's the team. That is who is out with us this morning. And I go live every day about the same time to help show the owners that their dogs are doing well and they're getting on with the other pups and we're safely out the van and we've not forgotten anybody. And all of my fears, all of my dreads, all of those things. But also, importantly, just to share some love with you, especially in the run-up to the weekend. It can be a stressful time of the week, Friday. It can really sort of put people on edge. I think people try and rush around and get jobs done and be frantic and what have you. Sorry, duty calls. Let me pop that there for 10 seconds while I go and pick up after one of the dogs. 2 seconds. I'm not going anywhere. Okay. Good job. Right. Clipped onto my belt. There we go. Ruby! Ruby, this way. Good puppies. Good puppies. So yes, if you're new, welcome along. Thank you for tuning into our little session. Harris, we can see you. You're not hiding, buddy. Harris, come on. What's down here? What's down here? Here he comes. Hey, puppy dog. Do you want to have a run out on the grass? Or are we going to have some, or are we going to tear up the grass? Come on, let's go and have some fun out here. Big open fields coming up where the temperament of the dogs might change a little bit. Please don't be alarmed if it does. They're likely to go from really high enrichment and sniffing and following animals and things like that to being out in the open space, a bit exposed, a bit more playful, a bit more used to running around in grassy space, like taking your dog to the park, that kind of thing. So their brain's about to switch over, potentially. It may not, they may just be nice and chilled, but their experience tells me at least one or two of them will have a little tear around in a minute or two. And oh, you might need to adjust your brightness. Hopefully the screen does that automatically for you. So we've got lots of space here. Lots of space. Lots of dogs, lots of space. Jeff, YouTube HQ, thank you so much for liking and subscribing. That's really kind of you. That's so kind. We're going to say, Alf. Come on, buddy. My little team. My little team. Some people get stressed when they come across these guys, which is a shame. I can't imagine anything more joyful than bumping into a group of puppies, basically. This is quite, maybe you can tell from the shadow I'm walking backwards. But yeah, they're a good bunch. They are a good bunch, and I like to do my best for them. So part of that is to show the owners, as I've said already, we show the owners how they get on with each other, and going live on YouTube is a great way to do it. And Alfie pooing on camera whilst we're recording, but you meant to do all of this before we finish, kiddo. I mean, before we start. Not before we finish, of course. Good boy, good boy. This is a bit tricky, one-handed. There we go. I have managed. Success. Success. So if you're joining us for the first time and you're expecting high octane action, maybe it's the wrong channel for you. Part of the joy of working with dogs in this capacity is they get the chance to do lots of things, play and socialise and explore together in safety and numbers and that kind of thing, but their sense of belonging to each other probably supersedes the need to tear around and jump on top of each other. So the tranquility, the peacefulness of the pack is a reflection of how safe they feel with each other. Usually if we're playing, unless we're very young dogs, if we're playing, it's to try and assert rank in some capacity. Who's the fastest? Who's the most agile? Who's the toughest? Who's the most resilient? And that always happens if we introduce a new dog into the team, because they need to know that about another dog. They need to know these things. And importantly, can they be trusted? And when they've worked together as long as these guys have, what are you, about 6 months now, sweetie? Then all that energy just turns into a bit of self-fulfillment. They don't need to quarrel with each other. Which I think some people turn up and think, oh, it's a bit dull. This is a bit dull, the dogs aren't fighting with each other. It does happen. It does happen. We had some last week, a couple of little tiffs. And you know what? You know who the culprit was? This guy. This idiot. And I did it, the reason it happened was because I had food. I'm going to show you what food does for them. So I've got like a little biscuit bone here. And one of these biscuits, bring in. What's this? Is it nice, buddy? Good. So, you see their biscuit wasn't too bothered that Edith got first. In fact, that Edith got second as well. They're not bothered. Mac, good boy. Alfie, sit nice, good boy. Biscuit's been really patient because we go to great lengths, really superior lengths, to kind of instill a culture with them that means they don't have to fight over food. Okay, so there's do you want one, bud? You never normally take, but you're looking happy for one. You want it? Oh, you're taking it, good boy, that's a rare moment. And also, sorry, just while we're out, the crow gets one too. Now, I threw one for the crow missed it, and Edith and Mac both ran after it. They haven't fought over it, but that's basically what happened last week. There was a bit of fighting over a rogue biscuit that dropped out of my bag, and two of them went for it at the same time. And it got a little bit emotional. Harris hasn't actually eaten his, he's just carrying his around with him. See if he drops it just now. I think he's going to play with it. Yeah, he's just dropped it. He's supping it. He's supping it. So there we go. A little bit of the evolution of how the pack work with each other and how they get on. This is for the crow, guys. This is for the crow. Mac. Go on, guys. Go on. Go on. Go on. Good boy. Good, Ruby. This crow is going to be frustrated as anything. Oh, sorry, Alfie. Sorry, bud. Just stood on you. I stood on Edith last week. The crow finally got. Here we go. There's usually two crows that follow us around in this area. I wonder if one of them's off somewhere else. Anyway. So there we go. Good morning, Melanie. Hello. Sorry, I'm waffling away about crows and biscuits, and I'm missing the chat. I'm missing quite a lot of chat. How are we doing, gang? How's everyone doing? How are you, Melanie? You well? You doing all right? It's a nice day in Edinburgh today. We're back at the castle, not Edinburgh Castle, but the castle that we often frequent. Sometimes the network quality can change and get a bit ropey when we switch over into the different sort of field in a few minutes, so we'll maybe wrap up the stream before then, because when it drops off I just keep prattling on, but it doesn't tell me that it's not actually publishing the video to YouTube until after I finish up. So let me know if it becomes problematic. But welcome, hello. Yeah, I know you love the crows. They're a big part of the dog's development here, and the crows are actually like really fascinating creatures. It's like that old adage, if you were to judge an elephant, or whatever it is, it's like judge an elephant by its ability to climb a tree, you'd think it was an idiot. But so with that in mind, it makes it really hard to compare different animals to each other in terms of intelligence. But crows are pretty widely accepted to be smarter than dogs, and that makes them pretty damn smart in my opinion. They are real clever cookies. Real clever cookies. How's your studies going, Melanie? Are you doing all right? You'd be happy for a break at the weekend, I'm sure, if you get one. You don't need to tell us anything specific about it. You can just say if it's going all right. Here's the team. Now, how do I turn it? Yeah, that's the way I want to go. My rear view mirror. No break. No rest for the wicked. No rest for the wicked. Just think about all this hard work will pay off for a trip to Edinburgh again soon. Right, we're coming back into some darker territory. Give it 10 seconds, guys. It will get dark. It will adjust. The camera will adjust, I promise. And then what we might see, the guys are going to go into exploring mode again. They're going to be following little animal trails and scents and things like that. But also, because we've been out in the heat there for a few minutes, what you might find is they're going to go and try and find water. And this is always a fascinating watch, because they're very, very... Ruby! Like, it's the 14th or 15th time we've been snagged on something today. Come on! How did we get snagged on the old car? Yeah, it's very fascinating watching them like hunt for water. It's really, really fascinating. I was going to say I hope it happens. It'll definitely happen. I can see them and hear them. They're panting a little bit. And up ahead we might have our first water source, which for anyone who's new watching along might be a bit interesting to see what the dogs do here, especially if you've not got terrain like this where you are. I think it's this one up here. I think it's here. Watch this. I'll explain in a second once they've been in and realised. It's like a little well in the tree, and it fills up with water, runs down, fills it up, and acts like a little water bowl. And what happened, and it's a great tree to demonstrate it with here. So when the young trees split in half and create that V shape, in this hollow, often water will collect. There'll be a little well. There isn't actually one on this one. It's quite flat, or it's been covered over with moss. But if those trees are low enough down, if the V is low enough down, you'll find that the dogs will absolutely love it, because it'll collect water for weeks and weeks, which will be used by everything in this woods. We've been here on some of the driest days and it's still got water in the wells, so quite fascinating. Very fascinating. You doing okay, gang? Everyone okay? Hi Frank, how you doing? Barney! Good, you guys. Well done, let's stay together. Right, I'm going to end the stream soon, so stay with me for another minute or so, because especially if you're new here, there's a little surprise around this corner that's definitely worth waiting for. Just bear with us. Bear with us. And no one in the chat that knows where we are, no one spoil it, okay? It's coming up. I'm turning the camera on to me so that I don't accidentally show you what it is. But this is like my office, right? And we have to look after it, of course we do. We have to be respectful for the environment and the nature and pick up after ourselves and all this kind of thing. But as a reward, this is what we get to play with. Oh, come on, spin around. Spin around. There we go. This is what we get. It's coming up in this, through this wall. You ready for it? Here's my office. Here is my office. I saw a little love heart pop. They're nice. Sometimes I see them occasionally. I probably don't get very many. That's probably the point. But often I don't catch that part of the screen because of where I'm holding it and stuff. So that's nice. Thank you. Thank you for the little hearts. So there we go. There we go. We're rounding up our week. Look at that black cloud. Look at that. We could be in trouble, gang. We could be insignificant. Let's pan the camera this way. Let's pretend it's not there. It's not looking good. It's not looking good. I think we're gonna get some. It's kind of like that, that original cartoon with the guy just with a cloud over his head and like being really sort of doom and gloom all the time, which is not me. Which is not me, I have to say. Right, for me and the team, we're going to sign off. Thank you to everyone tuning in. Melanie, Frank, and scrolling back up. Lady Sheeran,